Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gracia. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I am going to be talking about something very personal. Also, trigger warning for anybody who just doesn't want to hear about physical abuse. I would just skip out on this video. Like, obviously this is a very like I said, personal topic that I'm bringing up. The reason I decided to film this was because I just kind of felt like I felt silenced. Like if I felt guilty that I went through something, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like that, like I just didn't want to feel like it was my fault. And I also wanted to come on here and like let other women or men know that are going or have gone through this, that it gets better. And I just wanted to share my story, I guess. Let's get into what really did happen, whatever. So I was in a relationship for about 3 years, I would say. Like officially it was like a year and a half, and unofficially I was with this person for another year and a half, I would say. And in the beginning everything was fine. I was 15 when I got in this relationship, and they were older than me, which now looking back at it I think it's a little bit weird. They were 18 when I was 15, but you know, whatever. Not until like after we had broken up did this person start to act different with me. And like I got cheated on, and Lord knows with how many people I got cheated on, or whatever they did, you know. But you know, 16-year-old me is like, oh my god, this is the love of my life. Like, I have to fix things with this person. So what do? I decide I want to give this person another chance. And when I do this, I don't know what it was, but they like were always angry, and they would throw that anger onto me. He would just like emotionally abused me on purpose as well. Like he wanted to make me feel bad. And again, I didn't mention this, but I was dealing with a narcissist. There's no other way I can describe this kind of person. Like, and it just sucked because I'm such a loving person, and like honestly I'm very genuine and everything. So when I saw this person start to become different with me, I was very like what is going on, you know? Like, it took me out of my, how do you say, sacada de onda? Like, me sacó de onda. Like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, this person that said they love me is now treating me badly, you know? And things just started to get worse. And I think the first time I ever experienced something with him, I think we were going to, it was because he didn't want to get back with me, because I don't know if he wanted to keep talking to girls or what it was, to be honest. But I remember we went to get sushi, and he got off. I was in the car, and I would cry every day because I actually did genuinely love him, and I cared about him. I did. And he gets back in, and I just can't stop crying. And we were picking up sushi for like us and my mom. So we were going to my house, back to my house, and my mom was downstairs. Like, and when we would get there, like, she would see me that I was crying. So he was just telling me like, you need to clean yourself. But the way the way he would express it was not just like clean yourself. It was like, clean your fucking self. Like, a total different person, I would say. And I would be like, what the fuck? Like, if somebody's talking to you like that, you like I'm very emotional as well. So like if the person I love is talking to me like that, like obviously I'm gonna cry more. So then what he proceeded to do was grab his jacket and like stuff it in my face. He was driving the car. He stuffs it in my face and he's like, clean your fucking self again. And then I was like, well, what the fuck, like I can't stop crying, like, and you're being mean to me, so like it's gonna make me cry more, you know? Like I was like, just chill, like if you're nice to me I'm not gonna cry, at least. And then I don't remember what the fuck happened, but we're like almost to my house, and I just remember him like pulling my hair and like making, like pushing me towards the window, so like I hit my window like on like my side or whatever. And that was the first time he ever did something. And you know, I was like, okay, maybe that was just like a one-time thing, you know. I used to say to myself, like, I don't know why women don't just leave when like they get abused. I didn't understand why women didn't do that until like sorry guys, I did get a little bit emotional, but I didn't understand why women didn't leave until I got in that situation. And it was just so hard to, like, I couldn't, and I don't know if it was like a trauma bond or what it was, but I like physically couldn't leave. Like I would beg him to leave me because I just couldn't, like physically I couldn't, and I was so weak in that time. Like mentally I was just not in an okay place. I had pushed all my friends away for a relationship, and I just had nobody. The only person I felt like I had was him. So I was like, well, like if it won't happen again, whatever, like, you know. And then it happened again. It happened a few times. I won't go into like all of those details of every single time that it happened, but that was how it started. I would just cry all the time, and like I just couldn't wrap my head around. I think it, like, I always had this like hope that the person that I did love, or that I thought I met and fell in love with, would come back. But then I realized this person, like, that person wasn't real. That person never existed, and I was holding on to something that I loved for so long, and that's why I couldn't let go. Like, I told him to leave me. I asked him to leave me because I couldn't do it myself. I was a 16-year-old girl. Or no, I was 17. I was 17 at this time, sorry. I was a 17-year-old girl who didn't know what to do. I couldn't leave. I felt lonely, right? So I told him, I was like, bro, like, and I was so serious about this too, like, and this is so like deep and personal, but I wanted to just end my life because I just couldn't, like, it was to the point where I could not. And I know it sounds so dumb, but at that point, like, I was obviously like, I just felt like I had nobody. I didn't know, like all I had was him, basically. So for all I had, like, to be treating me like that, to be acting like I wasn't worth what I am worth, was just like so hard on me. And I was just so tired. Like, I was crying every single day. I felt like I wasn't enough, and like on top of that, like, the person that you fell in love with changing on you, like, from one day to another, when I would never do that. It was just insane to me. Like, and I know, like, some people think, oh, why don't you hit him back and like fight back, whatever. But it was like this fight or flight instinct that told me, like, if I hit this man back, I do something, the possibility of him just like hitting me worse or beating me, like, even I would think about, like, on, like, like this person can kill me on accident, you know what I mean? Like he get mad and you're not realizing what you're doing, you're not paying attention to your actions, you know. Accidents happen, and like for you to, especially when you're mad, like, you know. So I was like, I can't do any of that or else I might hurt worse. I stayed, and it wasn't like constant abuse. Obviously it being constant or not constant, either way is bad. There shouldn't be abuse in any relationship. I don't believe in that. For a few months it wasn't there, like, at all. Like the physical abuse, I guess you could say. But emotionally he was always, and I mean always, taking things out on me. Like, this is just a narcissist. Like, when I left this person, I remember clearly he said he didn't want me to leave him, but I had already been thinking about that for so long. Like, I wanted to leave for so long and I just didn't because I was comfortable. Like, I was just kind of scared for a new situation, you know. This is what I've known for years, and to leave was so hard. But I knew I needed to do it, and like, I didn't want that anymore, and I couldn't continue. So when I was leaving him, he was telling me, no, like, don't do it, whatever. And he literally just told me, he was like, something about that I was fat, like to try and bring me down, I guess, like a narcissist. And then I told him that doesn't hurt me anymore, you know, because I realized, like, at first I wanted to get back with him, and I started working on myself and bettering myself, and then I realized my worth when I was working on myself to try and get back for someone. Like, I tried to be better for him because he manipulated me into thinking everything was my fault, even though he was cheating on me. So I was like, it's hilarious. Like, I don't know, it's just like the audacity, you know what I mean? And then he started crying that he didn't want me to leave him or whatever. And it's just so insane and crazy to me that people like this exist and are so evil. I just want whoever's watching this video, whoever's been through something like this, anyone who maybe to even avoid something like this, to know that you're not alone. And if you're going through this right now, I hope that you get out of it, because it is something that's bad, you know. Like, it's not healthy. Like, you deserve love, and you deserve somebody that wants to protect you and not hurt you. Especially in a relationship, as much as you love somebody, I want you to know that you need to love yourself more, and staying with somebody that doesn't value or respect you and is capable of putting their hands on you does not love you. And as much as you try and think, oh, maybe things will change, they won't. And usually they get worse. So I hope you, if you are in that situation, I hope you leave soon. And I'm sending love to those who are in that situation, because I know it's hard. And to those who have been through it, I'm sending love as well. And I hope you heal from all of those traumatic things or feelings you have from that situation. I have a lot of things I feel like I need to fix still. Like, my trust is very low now because of that, because I trusted without a second thought, and what I got in return was a narcissist, I guess. I don't know. I know it sounds dumb saying as I didn't do so. I was young though. If that were to ever happen to you, and you don't leave the first time they hit you, they hurt you, you need to leave the first time. Even though you think they won't do it again, they crossed a boundary, and that boundary is gone, and they're not gonna respect it. No matter what you think, how much you think you know this person, once somebody crosses a boundary, they're gonna keep pushing to see how far they can go, and you don't want to see how far they can go, right? So just keep that in mind. I just felt like it was necessary for me to make this, because it's always been on my mind, like, a lot. Like, sometimes it feels like it's not fair because I got stuck with all this pain and hurt for so long, and then it just feels like the other person is just fine and they get to live life like nothing, when, you know, like, you didn't hurt anybody and they hurt you. So it kind of turns into anger, but like, I don't want to be angry, I don't want to be hurt, I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like a victim. I want to feel like I have power over this situation. So I guess that's what I'm choosing to do, is regain power. I learned that I need to love myself, and although I am not 100% there, there's still so much growth I'm looking forward to doing for myself. But I know I'm on the right path, and it takes time to heal from things, you know what I mean? But I'm pushing towards that, and I'm taking my power back, and I don't want to let that affect me any further. My final advice as well, anybody that's gone through that, don't let it control your life and dictate your life. You take your power back, whatever that means to you, and just thrive. Literally, that's all you can do. As hard as it is, and I haven't gotten to that point, you need to forgive people, not for them clearly, but for yourself, so you can be at peace. Because hate and anger are such like nasty emotions. I hate to feel them, and they're not healthy for you. So as hard as it can seem, forgive for yourself is what I would say. But I know it takes time. Work towards it, work towards yourself, and yeah, I think that's all I really needed to say. But thank you for listening to me, and I appreciate everybody who's been there for me, especially like in social media. To be honest, I felt like when I was alone, that was like the only thing I really had. So I want to thank anybody that's ever like whoever's supported me. I know there's some people that have supported me for years, and some people that know who I'm talking about in this video, who supported me for years and continue to do so. I appreciate all of you so much for helping me push through this, as well as my friends and my family. That's the end of this video. I usually say I hope you enjoyed it, but like, you know, I don't really think that's adequate for this video. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening to me again. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.